Hi. We completed the ANCOVA model last time, and at that time I mentioned I would post a separate video on how to generate SPSS output using General Linear Model GLM tab. Okay, so let's go back to the page 35 in the last slide set. So in running the ANCOVA, we need to get some other statistics. If we get both descriptive statistics via the options button and estimated means using the windows at the top of the options button window, we will see the difference between the raw naive means and adjusted means. Adjusted means are adjusted by the covariate mean. Also, to get the slope of the covariate, we need to select parameter estimates on the options button. The estimated means will have a footnote telling us that they are adjusted and also telling us what the mean SES value is for our sample. So when you generate a adjusted mean table, and underneath the adjusted mean table, you see the covariate common means, right? So that's really tiny. So you have to find out the covariate mean in order to calculate the adjusted means, right? Yeah. Anyway, we will only look at the marginal means for the G10 urban vector, not overall. Okay. So we use the tab of General Linear Model in SPSS. So pull down menu has Analyze, and then you find out General Linear Model tab, and then you click Univariate. Then I will explain this using Chapman dataset, which was used for your homework 1 a long time ago. Okay, so two independent variables are coronary incident and systolic blood pressure. And coronary incident is a grouping variable, and the options are 2, yes or no. Okay, and systolic blood pressure is continuous variable, and the dependent variable cholesterol. So once you open the general linear model, you see univariate window, and click univariate window, univariate, and then the window shows like this, and this left section is entire variables, and then you choose variables for this right section, and dependent variable is cholesterol, and coronary incident is a categorical variable, so you will place that in this section for fixed vector, and you skip random vector, and covariate systolic blood pressure here, covariate section, and then you click model. The model window is this, and I think you, depending on what version you use, this window can be slightly different, but anyway, basically it's gonna be almost same. So you might have like full factorial and custom, okay? So you click custom, but in my case, I have 3 options, and then I just choose either one between 2. So just keep in mind, you don't choose full factorial. And once you choose custom, and then you have 2 variables here, and then you move one by one in this right section. And then when you add the interaction effect, the model is based on your theory. Okay, if your theory supports interaction effect, you also add the interaction effect in addition to 2 main effects. So when you make interaction, you click this one, and you click these 2 variables, and then drag them at the same time. Then you will have this multiplication between coronary incident and the systolic BP. So you click this, you check this checkbox, include intercept in mother, and univariate window, go back to univariate, and then you hit this button, estimated marginal means. So depending on what version you use, it might not be here, but you can find out estimated marginal mean somewhere around here. So you open every single tab and then you will find out estimated marginal means. Okay, and estimated marginal means you will see it like this way. So your categorical variable here and overall, then you drag them, move them here. So, and then hit the button, continue. So once you finish the estimated marginal means, then you click this options button. So this options button very useful. So once you see this option, then you click whatever you want to have for your output. The descriptive statistics, it will show naive means, raw means. Okay. So every subgroups mean will be shown here, but it is not adjusted by covariate means. And parameter estimates, once GLM model is set up, you will get the table test of between subset, but it has a categorical variable, continuous variable, and if you add interaction, the interaction term is also shown in addition to overall model test. Do you remember that? Corrected model is the same as ANOVA table in regression tab, right? Anyway, even though you will see significance in the categorical variable in the table test of between subset, you do not know which subgroup is statistically significant in that table. So that's why we check parameter estimates here, okay? So you will find out which subgroup is statistically significant in detail by doing this. Also, homogeneity test, Levin's test. And sometimes you can check, residual plot, then it will give like linearity plot and also homogeneity plot. It has like 9 different plots in the one plot. Yeah. Anyway, so right now I don't need to look at all the plots, so I don't check this one, but you can play with this function also. So if I were you, I'm gonna practice this. So copy and paste 4 generated outputs and descriptive statistics and Levin's test and estimated marginal means, 2 coronary instant, and test of between subject effects. Okay, so if you can interpret everything and you have information that you can put for your research paper. So basically the interpretation of these things are the contents of your research paper, especially in the section of analysis. The first section is introduction, second section is literature review and theoretical framework, third section is methodology, fourth section is analysis. Analysis is about interpretation of your tables and plots and so on. Yeah. And then the last section is a conclusion and discussion. Okay. So interpret meanings of those tables while referring to the video 7 regression 2. This is useful for your research paper too. Here are elements for the section analysis in your paper. So basically you need to have a descriptive statistics table and also you check the homogeneity here. So you have that table from the GLM function. And bivariate correlation matrix, this is not shown by doing the GLM function, but you know how to do it because we have done that in the midterm exam, right? And comparison between naive means and adjusted means. The comparison between naive means and adjusted means. Naive means are shown descriptive statistics table. And adjusted means, estimated the marginal mean. Shows the adjusted means table. And underneath the adjusted means table, you have the covariate mean, okay, across all the subgroups, okay. Statistical results, one is a test of between subject effects table, the other is a parameter estimates, okay. If your categorical variable is not statistically significant in the table of test of between subject effect, you don't need to generate parameter estimates, right? Because this is to show which subgroup is statistically significant, right? So the categorical variable itself is not statistical variable. If the categorical variable is not statistically significant in this first table, then you don't need to go to the second table, okay? And if your model is ATI plus model or ATI model or ANCOVA plus model, you'd better show interaction plot. So interaction plot is shown in the 6C video, okay? If your model is ATI, okay? And also some bar charts or some pie charts, visualization is always more effective than just putting words, right? Show group comparison, yeah. And appendix, the assumptions. And also when was done with the preliminary data analysis, it was very beginning, right? So right at the first video was covariance correlation. Second video was regression 1, preliminary analysis, right? Go back to the what the preliminary analysis is. Okay, so assumption checking is also part of the preliminary analysis. So you do check all the assumptions. How do we do that? It is shown in the midterm exam, right? So you do all the assumptions, whether or not assumptions are satisfied. You do that procedures, and then you generate plots and your decision making. You can put them all of the outputs and the interpretation of assumptions in the appendix of your research paper. And your conclusion about assumption, so whether or not each assumption is satisfied or violated, that conclusion should be written in the body text, 1 or 2 lines, very shortly, very short, okay? But all the procedure should be done in the appendix, okay? All right, so the end. Thank you, bye-bye.